Hey everybody, Kevin here from Firm Freedom Outdoors, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Foxpro Quadfire light. In the intro, we're going to be going over and reviewing the new Foxpro Quadfire light. It's their newest light to the market. It's the newest version of their lights. You know, their predecessor to that light was the Gunfire light, which I had used for many years. This light, I killed a lot of fox and coyotes with. It really shaped the market as far as features, you know, starting with the fact that you didn't have to change out any modules to change colors. You know, you just turn the dial from red to white to IR. They had another one that was green, white, and IR, red, green, and white, and so on. But Foxpro, doing what they do and making things better, came out with the Quadfire light and made everything all into one. And this light now has the red, white, green, and IR just by the flick of a switch. So you get all four major colors for lights in the predator hunting world, all in one light. Again, no modules to change out. Red, white, green, and IR. And you can see how easy that dial is to change the colors. I've been using this the last 8 months, and I gotta say, hands down, the best light I've ever used. Before that was the Gunfire light, which I absolutely loved. This has made improvements from the Gunfire light, and I'm going to go over some of them and some of the things you get in the full package for the Quadfire light. So some of the major differences between the two is the original Gunfire light came only in 3 colors. This one was the red, white, and IR. They had a green, white, and IR, and then it had a red, white, and green. The other big difference is how you turn the light on. On the Gunfire light, you press the back button here, and that's how you got it to turn on. And then the dial intensity, you turn this back and forth to turn it to be less bright or brighter. And then again, to turn it off, you just press the button in. What they did with the Quadfire light was, instead of a push button, you actually just turned this dial on to get the light to turn on instead of the push button, which I like a lot better. Normally when I was running the Gunfire light, I was running it up in front of the sling, and a lot of times when I was carrying it, I would bump the light on. And if you use an IR, you didn't know it was on other than the little indicator in the back here. There was a little green light that lets you know. Another big feature with this, in addition to how you turn it on and off, is the fact that on the back here, there's a little light that's turned on so you can see that the light is on. So it gives you an indicator when you're in the IR mode that the light is turned on. And that is a fantastic feature for helping out when you're out in the middle of the dark and trying to sneak into a spot. You know, having that feature on there to let you know that the light is on and the IR light is on is awesome. So those are some of the biggest upgrades, is again having the 4 lights and 4 colors all in one light, being able to turn it on and off with the dial, and adjusting the intensity is still the same, but being able to turn it on and off with just a turn instead of a push, and then the indicator on the back are some of the biggest upgrades. Some of the other differences between the 2 lights is this is taking the 21700 battery, while the Gunfire light takes the 18650 battery. So a bigger battery, longer lasting. I've had no issues with this light lasting multiple nights just like this one. So the battery life, again, Foxpro knocked it out of the park with that. Aluminum construction, both of these, you know, they're they're decently heavy lights. They're heavy duty. You can see I have a lot of scratches in this one because I beat the heck out of my equipment. You know, I take care of it, but it gets beat around. So this light can absolutely take a beating. Both lights can, and that's another thing I like is I don't have to be, you know, super careful. You know, I'm clumsy. You know, like a lot of hunters, when you go stand to stand, you're throwing the gun in the case just in the back and moving on to the next stand. You don't have to worry about busting this light. It's heavy duty and durable. It had both of them. They went back to the same design here, removable sunshade. Again, this is aluminum as well, so it's not gonna just break on you, which is awesome. I like the fact that this whole thing is heavy duty. So now we'll get into some of the biggest features that I love about this light is the fact that what it comes with. So it comes with, and the mount that you see on here comes with this. This is the standard mount that it comes with, which is great because to adjust it, a lot of lights, like on the original one, I put an adjustable mount on it, which was great by just turning the dial that I could dial it in. A lot of times it would get knocked off and I'd have to keep adjusting the left and right focus to focus the light in. Whereas this new light and the new mount, you just turn this dial to loosen it up, and this light and this mount lets the light move any which way you want it to move, left, right, up and down, on an angle, it doesn't matter. And I'll show that here, which is the next feature I want to show, which is the quick detach mount. You know, I bounce between firearms, between my 17 WSM, strictly for Fox, and my 223 with the Thermite on the AR platform. So I'm bouncing between guns a lot. And what's nice is just that quick detach mount. But again, you can see here, if I keep this set screw loose, I can adjust this light any which way, which is, again, an awesome feature. And then all I got to do is tighten it down. So bouncing between guns, having a little bit different setup on each gun here, I can just dial this thing in and it just pick up, and I can get the light set exactly where I want it. So that's one of the big features. It does come in this nice carrying case, heavy duty plastic, and then it comes with a lot of stuff, which is awesome. So it comes with a tool that you can work on all the different mounting options that it comes with. Three-way tool, which is great. It actually comes with an additional sunshade that you can put on if you really want to tighten that beam up. So you can really make that sunshade nice and long if need be. Or if you happen to lose one, you have a secondary one that is just a hair shorter if you want to go shorter with it. If the one that's on it is a little too long. It also comes with the car charger and the charging cord. But it also, Foxpro has this thing fully decked out in this kit. So you get an additional mount that you can mount to your Picatinny rails or scopes, if the scopes have like a Picatinny rail on it, if you need to raise the light up a little bit, which is great. And again, a quick detach mount on that. You get a secondary mount that goes Picatinny rail to Picatinny rail. Awesome. I love this this type of mount. I've used it before in a bunch of other guns. They also have you covered for scopes that if you don't have a Picatinny rail on your scope, they give you a scope mount, which is awesome. And then they give you different thicknesses for the scope. So you can use this for either one, which is great. And they also give you another type of mounting system here. So you get a bunch of different mounts with this package, and you can't beat it. They give you everything you need to get out there and hunt, and all the different mounting options. Lastly, they actually give you a secondary switch that if you don't want to run this on with the, you know, having to reach up in the front of your gun to turn this on and off, they give you a different switch that you can have back that you can turn the light on and off. So Foxpro really thought of everything with this light, and I really wanted to again showcase how this quick detach mount works. So again, I switched between rifles a lot. Again, my 17 WSM with the Zulus DNT scope. This is my primary Fox gun. And if I want to go to that, and the next stand I'm going for coyotes, and I want to use IR, I can go just literally fold that lever over, move over to here, and that quick, I can switch it over to my 223 with the DNT Thermite scope and run this this system for coyotes. So I love the fact that this detach mount is so easy to use, and again, I can bounce from firearm to firearm with ease. So if you get a chance and you're looking for a new light, make sure to check out the Foxpro Quadfire light. Hands down, in my opinion, the best light on the market. It's super bright. I'll put a picture right now up, and you can see the difference just between these two lights, and you can see how much brighter the Quadfire light is compared to the gunfire light. And the gunfire light, in my opinion, at the time when that light came out, was stupid bright. It could shine farther than I'm gonna shoot. So this one being even brighter just makes it just that much more over the top. This light, hands down, outshines anything I'm ever gonna shoot, whether I'm shooting the 17 or I'm shooting the 223. This light is gonna outshine anything distance-wise I'm gonna shoot at. So if you're looking for a new light, make sure you check out the Quadfire light from Foxpro. You will not be disappointed. The package deal, it gives you everything you need to set up and have a light on your gun, and it gives you all the different mounting options. So again, check this light out. You can get it directly from Foxpro, Amazon, any Cabela's, a lot of the other hunting websites. So it's available pretty much anywhere. And what I love about Foxpro is they stand behind all their equipment, whether it's their calls, lights. I have the headlamp as well, the gunfire headlamp, and they stand behind everything. Not that I've had any issues with any of this stuff, but Foxpro just stands behind their products. A lot of their stuff is made in the USA, so Foxpro is the complete package, and you can't beat it. They also just came out with their new headlamp version, the Quadfire headlamp version. I'm looking forward to getting a hold of that here at some point and seeing how great that headlamp is compared to the gunfire headlamp. So that's all. Again, make sure you check this Quadfire light out. Hands down, in my opinion, one of the best lights on the market, if not the best light on the market. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Fox season is coming. I can't wait to get this light back out again. It's my favorite light to use out of all the lights I've used over the years.